Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. I made a lot of videos and there's one standing right here, and it's my last one right here. But this video right here is about, of course, the cornerbacks of the draft. Who is the best cornerback in the draft? As you see on the thumbnail probably, you see Nate Wiggins, you see Kool-Aid, you see Terrion, and you also see Cooper DeJean, like that. He's an amazing player. I mean, all these guys are amazing players. You know, Cooper, Terrion, Kool-Aid, Nate. I'm going to break them down. I'm going to give you my answer at the end. Nate Wiggins, playmaker. Tall, long arms as well. Can make plays in the air on the ball. A very physical cornerback as well. He's one of those guys who can be a lockdown corner. Kind of like Sauce Gardner types. You know, tall and lean frame. So he uses his hands well. He uses his hands well. He has good footwork as well, like that. He's physical with them too as well. So he'll get in he get in receivers' grills like that, and he'll make it a nightmare for them like that and shut them down. It's kind of hard to get the ball over him because he can play the ball well in the air. Those long arms he have. The only knock on his game really is people talk about maybe about his size because he's 180 pounds like that, and maybe less than that. 180 pounds. He's a tall cornerback, but he's a little smaller, so sometimes we don't have the right leverage. People can, like some receivers can overpower him. We know guys in the league like DK Metcalf who would try those cornerbacks, who overpower them, who would beat them a lot of scrimmage. So I think that's the only really knack on him. Maybe he's not as big as the other guys on the team, like the other cornerbacks on the team, some of the other cornerbacks in this draft. But I feel like that can be easily changed. You know, in the offseason, they can kind of bolster him up, add a little more muscle to his body as well, while he's keeping his same skill. But his technique is amazing. His technique is amazing. If you watch some of his film and you watch some of his plays, he go out there and just play very physical. He, like I mentioned before, he remind me of Sauce Gardner types. You know, the type of cornerbacks who fast, shifty, and who just like, they're kind of like a receiver basically, but they just play on the other side, so they know what you're gonna run. They run the route for you most of the time, and they also have great hands too, so you can't really like try to like say, oh, I have to throw it this way. They can find a way to make those plays, make those catches, and they have great play recognition, great awareness as well, and ball skills. So it'll be very tough trying to score on him. Kool-Aid is the next guy. He's built well, about 190 pounds. Great arm length as well. Plays the ball very well in the air, and also has good awareness too as well. You know, your little cornerback with good awareness. Some cornerbacks, you know, might not be aware and might not have good recognition and some of the zone coverage when they have to play and kind of back up and have to sit on the route. But hey, he's one of those guys who's very good at that. He's very good at recognizing and seeing and going to the play, pursuing and getting the ball as well. The only thing that's knacking on his game now is sometimes if you watch this film, I like watching some of the games like that, like a few of the game stuff. And I like watching some of the highlights and some of the lowlights too as well, like some of the bad things that happen to see what went wrong with some of those plays. And I like watching like those like that too in those different settings. And seeing him really sometimes the effort of like tackling. You know, some cornerbacks don't want to tackle. Like he one of those type of guys that sometimes at occasions, like he'll be like back there if a run play is happening and go to the side, he might not tackle too often. He might hold a guy and try to run him off like that, but it's not really effective. You want to see a guy who's physical. Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey see the ball right there. He might not be the biggest on the field. He see the ball, he run out there, and he going to go put his head down and go over there and make a tackle, make a hit on guys. We see him get forced fumbles like that as well. So sometimes he might have, he might not be the best tackler. Kool-Aid might not be the best tackler. Might not be the most physical and getting down there in pursuit sometimes on occasions. But overall, I think he's a good cornerback. And those like tendencies that you can probably kind of shake if you get to the right team, the right system, they preach the right message to them. Next is Terrion Arnold. Terrion Arnold, like I wrote down, very physical. He tackles well, has good awareness, can play the ball well in the air too. He was a teammate of Kool-Aid as well on the other side. So they were shutting people down, you know, as you know, on Alabama and stuff. Sometimes his hands, skills, his technique with his hands can sometimes get inconsistent where it make him lose leverage sometimes on occasions. But overall, good player. Good player. Has great awareness. And that's one thing I keep preaching and talking about too as well throughout this video. All these players, they're very aware. They're very aware. They can recognize. It's kind of like a great safety. Like he's looking, like, you know, Ed Reed used to do with the Ravens, just looking and watching and can recognize plays and recognize things. These guys right here study a lot of film. You can tell by watching their game because they're very well informed, very well knowledgeable as well. And I think Terrion Arnold was helping a lot too with some aspects of helping guys being like a leader in the secondary as well too for Alabama. So I think these guys right here are going to be some dynamic pieces, some game-changing pieces in the draft, and go out there and just shine and make any team better. I think all these guys are first-round guys too as well. Now, last but not least, who I believe is the best corner in the draft, I think Cooper DeJean is the best cornerback in the draft. And he's not really just a cornerback. He's a DB in general because he can play corner, outside, and inside. He can play safety too as well. Amazing player. If you watch his film, you just see a guy who is great in coverage, but also great in the run game too. We see him like sometimes blitzing in, coming in like that, and run support, making big-time tackles, big-time hits. He's very physical. He kind of reminds you of a Jalen Ramsey, like I mentioned before, a player do that. Tyrann Mathieu type guy who can cover, but who also can, Tyrann Mathieu plays safety, of course, but he can play inside as well and cover guys too. And, he's physical in the run game and also great in coverage in the secondary. So, Cooper DeJean, if he get in the right system and the right scheme with a team or a coach who's a mastermind, Zagiru, and can use like a chess piece all around the field, he's going to make a lot of opposing offenses, like he's going to make them like terrified. Because he'll be flying around the place like a Tasmanian devil, like Troy Polamalu or Ed Reed type. I ain't saying he's those guys, but his tendencies and his play style, he could emerge to be one of those guys. I think he's good as a cornerback, but he might be even better as a safety like that too as well. So it's like, I don't know what position he'll be playing at the next level, but wherever it is going to be good. He's a great tackler, good in coverage, can play the ball well, has great arm length as well too, can catch well too. We see a lot of plays where he just go out there and make a play. Be a playmaker like that, game changer type of guy in secondary. You don't test that side. And he's good in zone coverage as well. I seen him like be patient. I seen him drop back. I think one of the plays, who he was playing against? He was playing against somebody. I was playing against somebody. I was playing against somebody. I remember I seen him drop back in coverage, in zone coverage, and he kind of like he sat with it a little bit. And he was going to follow the guy. First, the guy ran like a little crosser route in front of him. And he wasn't going to follow him. He said, no, I'm not going to follow that guy. I'm going to sit right here. And he sat there. He was patient. And then he kind of like baited the quarterback, pursued in, and got the interception. I forgot what game that was. I think it might have been, I don't know who that was he was playing against. I forgot what team that was he was playing against. I watched the film. There was a lot of teams that was playing. It was showing everything. But that right there was a great play to see from him, to be like patient. I see a lot of guys in zone coverage, they might get a little too anxious trying to make a play, and they'll follow a guy and leave their spot. Not Cooper. He stayed in his spot in zone coverage and made a play. And we also seen him in man-to-man coverage make plays too. In the secondary, we see him a lot of his safety make plays at corner, inside and outside. So he's going to be a guy you have to be on the lookout for. You know how they used to do, like, where Polamalu at? Where's Ed Reed? Brian Dawkins, where are you? Where are you? Where's that guy at? Where Darrell Reeves at? He's over there. And like he was one of those players like that where you like those game changers in the secondary who you have to look out for. And you cannot say, hey, we're not gonna worry about this guy. You have to worry about him because he's gonna be a problem, a big time problem. I think he's gonna be the first corner, first DB taken off the board most likely. Probably have him. He might be top 10. If he do fall like to 12 or 13, maybe ish. Maybe the Raiders like that. I think the Raiders would be a great addition for him as well because of the play style they have and the hard-nosed play style. He's very physical. He'll fit that environment perfectly too, but he's going to be a game changer for anybody. So in my opinion, I think Cooper is the best corner, best DB, or we're going to call it, in the draft. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys believe is the best cornerback in the draft. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing this draft analysis, watching this film on some of these players in my free time. Seeing like these guys perform at a high level, and now doing, ever since I started a YouTube channel, doing the YouTube stuff and like bringing it with you guys and debating you guys, and you guys saying you like this or you don't like this, and having those debates, the healthy debates and conversations about some players where they were going in the draft is very fun. It's very exciting, gets you pumped up. Maybe you want to go out there and put a helmet on and get on the field myself. I'm 22. I think I have some college eligibility for sure. I probably have about. Well, I never played football in college, so I probably have like the full 4 years probably of eligibility to go out there and perform. I don't know what team I play for. Maybe Texas Tech, Raiders, the Texas Longhorns, but most likely I will not be suiting up. But watching some of this film, watching this stuff always gets you pumped up and make you want to just play some football like that. But yeah, that's all I got for the video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys most likely. I don't know when this video will upload, so throughout the week, I'll see you guys one of these days. Most likely the next day, because I upload almost every day. So just stay tuned, and I'll see you. But peace out.